Good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in this morning for our very special show today. It is so special because we're live. We're live and in the studio, which means we can't mess up. We cannot. We have to do everything right, and we're kind of nervous. Aren't we kind of nervous?
I know, and you know what, guys? I promise you that we are going to mess up.
Oh, I can guarantee it.
I just heard about that Jamaican lottery. It freaked me out. Like, oh, no. I think I did that before.
Hey, I have to tell you, though, I'm so happy that I'm going to have this nervous morning with you guys because you're my friends, and, you know, you make me happy. My special, beautiful co-host, Katie Sabagian. She's a spiritual psychologist and owner of Your Soul's Symphony. Thank you, Katie, for joining my side every Sunday morning. You know I love you, right?
Oh, my God. It's so nice to be in this vault, and to all the gorgeous listeners out there, thank you for being in our presence.
Yeah, and, you know, there's another lovely soul here that's sitting next to you, and again in red. He loves that red. He's got this great T-shirt on that he makes. And, you know, he makes me happy, and, you know, I'm going to build him up. He is a comedian and author, Mike Kennedy. He's a former private investigator and a former cab driver, so you know he knows a lot of secrets. Good morning, Mikey.
Hello, young ladies. How are you today?
I'm good. Hey, I'm looking over your bio, and I see you're an author now. What's that all about?
I wrote a book called Junior Kennedy about my grade school days. When I was a cool kid, I used to wear a lot of red.
You know what you could do with that Kennedy name, right? You know what you could do. And do you know that you kind of resemble a Kennedy? Has anyone ever told you that?
Jesus Kennedy with my beard?
Yeah, you could take it all the way.
There's never been a Jesus Kennedy.
And honey, you're on fire today.
I'm excited. I'm excited that we're live. This is really cool.
Are you nervous? Let's be honest.
I do live shows every day. I'm in front of a crowd.
Okay. Well, we're gonna. Katie, what about you? You okay?
You guys are nervous.
We are.
You guys were nervous before the show. I could tell.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Now, you guys, the show today is about things that we humans sometimes do wrong, and you know, not every show is going to be about this type of thing, but you know, every week things happen in our lives. Every day things happen in our lives. We have communication with people. We meet someone, at the grocery line. Well, I had a really special friend, a dear, sweet friend of mine who came to my house over this week and really visiting Heartbreak Hotel.
Aww. Oh, no.
Knocking right on its door. Don't
answer that door.
Well, I had to answer the door, right? Because, she's my dear sweet friend.
You're a good friend.
Yeah. But, she's, when heartbreak comes to your door, do you open it? Do you not open it? So she came to me and she discussed with me what was bringing her down. And so that's what the show's about. It really inspired me to want to talk about something that's real in everyday world. Well, you may not like
inspiring stories. Why like inspiring
stories? This is a little uncomfortable. We're talking about infidelity today, you guys.
But you know what? It's huge, and I've seen it happen a lot, and it's really like rapid fire. I mean, infidelity is something that's just happening more and more in our world.
I think it happens to everybody, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I wanted to tell you guys, there's something very special about this show besides our subject matter. Did you know because we're live, we actually get to take callers in?
Oh, that's exciting.
Oh, we're talking to people today?
Yeah, we can.
I didn't know that. I had my headphones in. I wasn't listening before.
Yeah, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let my producer, since this is our first live show, I'm going to let her tell me when we can take calls on, because it looks like we've already got some people lined up. I'd kind of like to take some calls in about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, if that's okay. Yeah. And, I'll give you listeners a heads up, and, thank you so much for thinking of us and joining us this morning. But, if you have any sense of, of what we're going to talk about, feel free to call us and just, add your...
If you don't have any idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, if you just want to call and say hi and you love us, you can do that too.
We love to talk to a lucky person's never been cheated on. That's amazing.
And if you have cheated, we won't judge you. No. We won't judge.
I'll judge you.
Or if you have any stories of infidelity, that you can kind of tell us that will help open our minds, that's fantastic as well.
Yeah. Well, I do have some really great information I want to get out to our listening audience and even to you all in here. So my friend comes in, and I want to share a story real quick as I possibly can.
Uh-oh.
I know, Mike keeps telling me
long
story. Long story. Well, just cut me off every once in a while.
Story.
Well, go ahead, honey.
Okay.
I want to hear the story.
Okay, so she met a man 7 years ago. They were friends. In social environments, they kept seeing each other. It was love at first sight, honey. It's one of those soul connections. Yeah. She called me. I remember this. She called me and said, "Oh, my God, I just met the man of my dreams." And I'm like, "Oh, my God, yay." So we were living this together vicariously. I was living through her. Mm-hmm. But one weird thing, he never crossed the friendship line. He was not wearing a wedding ring. And so finally, after a year of going to coffee, being friends, I mean, really sharing their stories, she goes, I have to ask you this. Why are you not asking me out? Why are we just friends? Because I feel such a connection, right? He said, well, the reason is because I'm married. And I'm trying. This is after a year.
The marriage bomb.
It's a friend of mine. I can't say name, can't say names. So then, so then her heart, she calls me. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe the most wonderful man is married. And I said, why has he been like, he's actually was flirting, sending her love songs. I mean, all sorts of stuff.
Love songs? No.
Love songs, honey.
That's a flirt.
I do that. Is that bad?
Major.
I do that.
Oh, and the chemistry was amazing. Okay.
You don't send love songs to a friend.
So she has to make it.
Exactly.
No, serious.
You don't lead somebody on. Good for you.
Yeah.
Okay,
if
but
you're
listen
not into
now.
them, you shouldn't do that.
Exact. So, and also, you know what? You don't feel a mad chemistry, flow like she was telling me about unless it's reciprocated.
Yep.
If you don't do that on your own, okay, that comes back. So she has to make a decision. She asked me what I should do. Even back then, I said, well, because he's married, you have to stay friends. You cannot become a mistress because it will not make you feel good. You won't feel good.
And isn't that hard advice to hear, though? I've seen it's
well.
Very hard for women.
She already was in deep, girl. She already loved him. Yeah. Okay, so long story short, it's I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay,
I love it.
Now we're going 6 years later.
What?
Oh my God.
6 years, they're friends.
She wasted 6 years?
Wait, not wasted. She got involved in other relationships, but she always loved him. She would always see him. This was her dear, sweet, precious secret friend that she was madly in love with. Aww. And he's a kind soul. I will tell you, I met him. I've seen them together. They're extremely happy. He would say to her that the happiest moments of his life were those spent with her.
Wow.
Now, after 6 years, they never consummated this relationship, but they did become intimate, which means,
did everything but
That's right. She held her ground, though. She's like, I can't give you the sex. I can't cross that line. But she fell madly in love. And so did he. Now, the reason he didn't leave his wife is because she was ill. She was mentally ill. And but the reason that he was turning to my friend was because the wife stopped appreciating him. She stopped loving him, and she became very verbally abusive. And the friend was so appreciative of him, so loving, so happy to be in his presence, just overjoyed, and he needed that. Wow. She really thought a few times he left his wife, he went to her, he would say, let's get a house together, let's travel the world together. She really thought that they were going to be together one day. So even if she was in another relationship, she still loved this guy. She couldn't go over the edge with anybody.
I understand that.
Okay, so this is what happened this week. Sent her crying at my doorstep.
What happened?
She said, Cindy, I asked him to leave me alone because I've noticed that it's affecting my life. I can't fall in love with someone else because I've already met my perfect match.
Right.
I said, well, you know what? You're going to have to delve deeper. You're going to have to give him an ultimatum. This is ridiculous. So she did. He said, I'm going to try to stay away. He didn't. He keeps emailing, keeps texting. I said, go on his Facebook page and check it out for real because it had been private, but now it's public. She goes on the Facebook page. And she sees pictures of his family, pictures of his wife, and in the captions he has written, my beautiful wife, my loving wife, the love of my life, recent.
Didn't he paint a different story to the other girl?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
See, there's always two sides of that story.
That's what I'm trying to say. And all I could do was give her a hug and make her a really strong and wonderful margarita because I make those. Let me just say, anybody coming near my home and my margaritas, it's going to heal you of a lot of woes. You hear me roar, right?
So your friend never
did not.
They went the distance with that. I had an unrequited love like that. My girl I went to high school with.
So you understand.
But we've always been friends. We're still friends. And she's amazing. I think it probably helped that we never went the whole way. That's why we're still friends.
Yeah, well, so it inspired this show for me today. I said, okay, I want to be a shoulder for her to cry on. You know what? I've not been cheated on as far as I know in my life, but I have been lied to. I have been betrayed. Now, there's a difference when you're dating someone non-committal in a non-monogamous relationship and they lead you astray. Like if they don't let you know they're seeing somebody, you do realize that's not cheating.
Yes.
That is just withholding information, right?
Right.
And
it's
men
different.
and women are notorious for doing that because maybe we haven't made a decision yet to become monogamous, but we don't want to exclude this person that we're spending time with. So we just kind of withhold, right? And men do that a lot.
Yes.
I've had that happen, and that hurts too. Like, if you really kind of like someone, you think you're moving forward, they tell you they're only seeing you, but then you find out they're not, this kind of thing, but you really aren't exclusive.
And it's a different setting, right? It's a different setting from,
Right.
yes, having infidelity or affairs, or it's a complete, it's two
So,
different subjects.
we find ourselves right now, we feel sorry for this mistress, this friend of mine. We feel sorry for her because we understand the I brought the humanity to it. I brought her side. But now let's go into the woman's side, the wife's side.
Yes.
Okay? So I looked at the Facebook page because we were looking at it together, and it hurt my heart. It hurt my heart. I said, oh my gosh, this wife is beautiful. They have a family. She doesn't know that this man loves this other friend of mine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
it was like a big secret.
It's emotional cheating.
So if that woman, we're going to get to the ugly side of infidelity now. Besides that, people hurt over this.
Yes.
Okay. Families break up over this.
That's right. Someone's life
Well,
is
I
always
used to be a private
ruined.
investigator. I followed that. That's when you see cheating up close and personal, you realize what it does to families. And it's brutal.
Someone always gets hurt in the end.
Well, let me tell you, and we're going to discuss this. I want you to tell me what you think. We're going to take it from a heavy to a light. Okay.
Oh, good.
We heavy to
I'm
light.
good at that. I'm good at that.
Okay. So here's the light. Let's take the wife's perspective.
What
okay. Well, this is a story of a wife. I'm going to share another story with you.
Ooh.
This is a little lighter.
I love stories.
Good.
I like horrible stories and happy endings.
Okay, so okay, first of all, you have any advice for my friend? What's your advice?
For your friend?
Yes, for the friend we just spoke of. Let's get that resolved. Any advice
Well,
for her?
first of all, she needs to just know. She needs to be aware that this will go nowhere.
It's toxic.
Yes.
Yeah.
As long as she's aware of that, and if she continues on, at least she has the awareness, so she won't set up high expectations.
Mike, what about you?
I say move on, sister. There's always a rear view mirror.
Yeah, hit that road,
Don't
Jack.
even rip that rear view mirror off the windshield and move on,
Hit that
sister.
road, Jack. Now, but she's got to heal her heart because true love was involved here. This isn't so easy. It's easy
takes
for us
time.
to say.
Yes.
Think about when you're really attached to someone. You met your soulmate, Now, could she have stopped herself in the beginning? Let's look back 6 years ago when he said, I'm married. What she should have done then is she should have hit the road then.
Yep.
That's how we could have avoided 6 years of pain. And you know what? I did have to tell her that. She's listening today. We love you. We're giving you our love and support. Won't say her name on the
honey,
air.
we are giving you
Yeah.
our love and our support.
You know what? When
Yeah.
you're
To
damaged,
understand you, because
what?
every woman
We've
goes
all
through
been
this.
there. Yeah.
You've told me this. We've talked about this on the air, Katie. You said that when you're damaged, you attract damaged people, and it's best to heal yourself first and love yourself first. And I've recently kind of done that myself.
Yeah.
That's because of you three ladies. I apologize to
Oh,
Sheila.
thank you. We're your
This
therapist.
is my best hour of the
Love
week.
that.
This is
Yeah,
always my
yeah.
favorite
Well,
hour.
we're hoping our listeners also get a little bit from what we're trying to do. We're trying to make you
excited.
laugh, but listen, when people get together and they talk, especially women, Mike, you know this, and you've become, we've let you into our female circle. That's why I wanted to do the show. It wasn't about being, raunchy or weird. It was about being real. And we, in the real
And
world,
raw.
in the real world, we women talk about everything. And what happens is we turn to each other to heal each other because maybe,
For comfort and
Yeah, I
solace.
mean,
It's taught me how to
Yes.
talk to women.
better than any therapist that you pay for is a really fantastic female friend.
It's helping me date.
Everyone needs one.
Or to be honest, my gay male friends are great too. I think every female should have a gay male in their back pocket. For real.
I had another gay male this week.
Just love them.
I thought he was going to kill me first, and then I was like, oh, thank God you're gay. I was so excited. I thought he was going to kill me first.
I mean, I have to get big back pockets to keep those gay male friends of mine there because I
They
just
give you this
love
inner
them.
power, don't they? You go, girl.
Well, they're almost better than women because they're not as catty, but
they can be.
well, no,
though.
child, that's true. That's true. They can be. But they tell you for real how you you look in your dress.
I know, that's
they
true.
will do that.
I like that. So what's the story about? I want to hear the wife's perspective.
So now the wife's perspective. I don't know my friend's situation's wife because, but I did read a story, it made nationwide news of a woman and what happened when she found out her man was cheating.
Oh, this is good.
Oh, no.
This is good. Give it to us.
Nothing's cut off, is it?
I have to cut out a little bit for live radio, if you hear what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm going to do my own little beeps.
Okay.
There was an ad that ran, and the heading of the ad said, "Lying, cheating, sale."
That's what she wrote?
That's the heading. This is a wife. This is the wife.
She made an ad.
An ad, lying, cheating, sale. Now, this is not a woman that was just cheated on. This woman was left for another woman.
So she's having like a yard sale.
Child. And here's her ad.
Okay.
Here's her ad. This made nationwide news.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Actually, international news because this is Canada. Okay. Last
Canada's
minute.
America.
True that. Okay. Last minute spontaneous estate sale. Husband left us for a piece of trash.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
He's selling everything while he is gone this weekend with his quote unquote floozy. Selling everything and moving house after 10 years of marriage. This is one huge beep estate sale. Way too many items to list. Also selling his favorite red leather seats and some of his favorite tools that he never learned how to use. And a grand sliding glass door that he never installed. And so she goes on and on. And she really, she says, don't come too early. And then I can't say what she says next because I will be thoroughly enjoying some wine with my girlfriends this evening as we clean out all of his stuff and likely be nursing hangovers in the morning. So please speak softly to the ladies wearing the sunglasses. There are not any of his clothes for sale, though, as we will have already burned those in the driveway. So please don't step in the ashes.
Wow. That's like
just walk around.
She's on the revenge wagon. She's on the revenge wagon.
Yeah, exactly. She gives her address and then she says, life is too short to waste time. God put my eyes in front of my head for a reason.
Wow.
I am looking forward to moving forward. See you tomorrow at 8 a.m. First come, first serve.
Oh my God.
So
that's taking control of your life.
She's a little bit in her
right.
reactionary self, though, I must say.
Yeah.
Well,
She's a little
she's
bit in her reaction.
Okay.
There's a Will Ferrell movie where his wife does that to him, puts all the
well, there's a lot of movies where they do that.
She was the one cheating and putting his furniture out in the yard.
But listen, now the thing is, there's no reconciliation here. He didn't cheat on her because sometimes you cheat, you talk, you work it out. This man actually left her for a younger woman, left the kids, so she's mad.
He'll pay for it. He'll pay for it.
She's mad.
She's going to cheat on him.
Well, she paid. Yeah, because karma comes back around, and not just in burnt clothes on the driveway. You know what I'm saying?
I've learned that the hard way. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Well, Tashima's letting me know that we actually have a call. I was going to open the phone. Well, I was going to open the phone lines, in about 10 minutes, but someo's been holding for about 15 minutes.
Let's do this.
So let me just go ahead and take this call real quick, and maybe she'll give us. Is this Michelle from Pennsylvania?
It is.
Hey. Yeah. Hey, Michelle. How do you like the show so far?
Oh, I love it. I came across your show on the internet a couple weeks ago, and you guys are so inspiring and fun.
First
you spread the news, honey. Spread that news.
Michelle, are you single?
And I have been spreading it. A lot of my friends watch it or listen to you guys now, and you guys really give really good advice. I'm single, and
hello.
Mike's going to hit on you.
The man's perspective is great. Thank you very much.
Michelle, would you mind describing yourself to me?
Oh my God, Michelle,
Lord.
I'm sorry.
I like
5'6".
5'6".
We have to tame this little tiger.
Don't be afraid to tell me your real age. I like women of all ages that are over 18. What's wrong with that? I can be sexy on the radio.
I'm sorry, Michelle.
Hey, now listen, this is not the dating game. However, Michelle, we are going to do an online dating game, I swear, for actually myself, because I'm newly single, and I'm going to let calls in, pick my mate, and also we're going to do it for our bachelor, our cute bachelor
God.
here.
Oh,
yeah, we'll let you know. We'll let you know when that happens.
So, Michelle, is there anything you want to tell us?
Yeah, is there anything you want to say?
I do. You guys are talking about infidelity.
Yes.
And the thing of it is, my advice is live and learn.
Yes,
Don't
that's
keep
right.
doing it to yourself.
Yeah.
You got to
It happened
experience
once,
it.
let it go, and never do it again.
Yep.
Well,
Never
thanks.
go back. Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you
Michelle.
so much, Michelle, and that's so true. You got to experience
Thanks
it
for
once to know that you,
is she on
you
our,
can't put your
is
finger
she on
in
our
the fire.
Facebook page or Venus Vault? Do you have her Facebook page, Venus Vault?
No, I don't.
You got to check that out on our YouTube too. We have.
Yeah, if you
Check it
just
out.
Google the Venus Vault Show, you're going to have all sorts of goodies there, like a Facebook page, a website, a Radio Phoenix site. And thank you for your support. And, tell your friends to tune into Radio Phoenix because they've got lots of great shows. We're not the only great show
The
here.
show
There's
before,
so
it's
many
awesome.
great
You
shows.
guys are wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love
Michelle,
listening
thank
to
you
you guys. Now
so
I'm
much.
addicted.
Good,
Don't go
good.
anywhere.
It'll
Spread
go
the
well.
word.
Yeah.
Hitting the East Coast. Whoop, whoop. Okay, thanks.
All right, have a good
you have
day,
a
you
beautiful
guys.
Sunday.
Kisses to you,
Big
Michelle.
kisses. We love you, Michelle. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey, that was lovely.
She's so sweet.
What a
You know
precious
what?
little thing.
You guys can say that you love her, and I got just asked to.
Not to me. I said love her.
Well, I
I'll
used to
set you
be a private
up.
investigator.
We'll
I like to
get her
picture
number after
things
the
in my mind. I
show.
like to picture what Michelle looks like in my mind. You know?
Oh, did we
I
cut
have a
you?
vision of her. I have a
What
vision
if
that all of our
Michelle's husband
listeners.
is listening, honey?
Michelle's
Okay, now
husband is
Liz-
not threatened by me.
Okay,
If he sees
okay.
a picture of me, he's not threatened by me.
Okay, you guys, our first half hour is going by so quickly.
Wow.
Did you enjoy the first half
I
hour? Did we do
loved
okay
it.
live?
Yes.
Okay,
That was a half
well,
hour?
yeah, God, close to
Like
half an hour.
Scooby-Doo.
So we have like 2 minutes before we're going to go into the break. And what we're going to do when we get back, we're actually going to open up the phone lines to anyone else that wants to call. So let me give you the number. You can jot it down, and then I'll tell you the number again. It's 602-254-6636. And you can call us in if you just want to say hi, give us a shout out, or just offer your support to the station and to the show. And when we get back, we're going to talk more about cheating. I have some statistics for you. And Katie's going to go into her segment in which she's kind of moving you into getting out of that bad situation.
Yes,
how do
the
you get
fear
out
of
of
moving
something?
on.
Right, exactly.
And
I
if
like
you
it.
have any infidelity stories, please give us a call too. We
Yeah,
would
yeah,
love to know about
absolutely.
it.
I'll make
Right.
you feel better about your infidelity stories. I have horror stories.
So that was good to know. So it was a good subject?
Yeah, it's a great
Honey,
subject.
that's for Halloween.
Yeah, it's a Halloween special on the Venus Vault.
Hey, you know what else? We've got a few minutes till our break. You do realize that we're going live on Halloween.
That's
we
really
are?
exciting.
I
Yeah.
don't like that Halloween's all of a sudden become like a week long. When did that happen?
Now, hey, as we go into the break, check out this song. I just love this song. You can find it on our YouTube page. If you like the songs that you're hearing, they're all on our playlist. I am so madly in love with this song right now.
Who's this by?
I can't remember. Oh, shoot.
Cindy.
I know. 'cause
Don't build it up and then not know the name.
No, look at the YouTube site. Our playlist. It's great. It's great. Because let me tell you, I can't remember anything, but I love music.
Are we
so
going
just
trick-or-treating this week?
Yeah, we'll go
Will you take me
trick-or-treat.
as- I haven't been trick-or-treating since a kid.
Okay,
I would
I'll be
go.
Wonder Woman. You can be Superman.
We can take our daughters with us.
Okay, sounds good. Perfect, Mike.
Thank you.
Okay,
you guys after the break.
We'll see you after the break, everybody, and we'll open up the phone lines to talk. Okay. Hey, we're back, and you know what? That's a perfect song for what we're talking about today. Do you hear me?
Makes you move.
Yeah, why is everybody dancing in the
I
studio
don't
all of a
know.
sudden?
The music's
You know,
so
it's
good.
kind of hard when that comes on because you still want it to play.
I
I
know.
almost don't want to talk. Okay, so we're going to open up the phone lines in about dancing again. Woohoo! In about 5 minutes. But I wanted to pose this question to you before we.
Can I introduce you? You forgot to introduce yourself.
Oh,
earlier.
guys, I always forget.
Cindy
Do I have to
Jones.
introduce myself?
Oh, yes, we wanna know
Suppose
who
no one's
you
ever
are,
heard the
honey.
show before.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
You're new at this. You're new at
Yeah,
this.
I'm
You're
still
doing
new.
awesome. But
Thank
I
you.
perform in public all the time.
Okay, well, introduce.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Da, da,
please
da, da,
welcome
da.
the host of the Venus Vault, author Cindy Jones.
Hey, thank you, everybody. Thank you.
She's also a mother and a really good friend, guys. She's a really, really good friend.
I
Let
love
me
Katie.
tell you.
So
I
that.
love Katie.
Me
Such a
too.
good Katie.
I know.
Yeah, I love her. She's in my
my
back
good
pocket
kitty.
too with all my gay male friends. She's having a blast.
Katie, I can put her in my back pocket, no problem. Literally.
in my own pocket.
You don't
honey.
even know what goes on in this ball behind closed doors, but now you do. We're letting it out. Okay, I have a question. This is interesting, okay, about infidelity. And if it's not interesting, I just set you up to think it is.
If it's not interesting, I'll tell you.
Now, we have a caller on hold. Paul
cool.
from Tempe is going to be coming online in a second. And, we know Paul, actually. You know who Paul is? Paul owns an internet dating site. He's a co-owner of a dating site.
I know that dude, yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome, right? He
Yeah,
rocks.
It's really cool.
Cute as heck.
He must
Cute
have
as
a lot
heck.
of
I'm not
stories.
saying that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, here's the question. You can say
I'm
that.
just teasing. I
Men
know.
can say
I
if
know,
you're
I'm just-
cute or not. Paul,
he looks
Mike
like a young
thinks
me.
you're cute.
He looks like a young me.
Okay.
I
Okay.
still had dreams.
And even the gay boys in my back pocket think you're cute too. Okay. Do we even have a biological tendency to mate for life? Or was that a moral expectation forced upon us? Could our biological tendency be to have multiple partners throughout our lives? Like,
That's what animals do.
like, do you think you do? I want to tell you, there's only a few creatures in the animal kingdom that mate for life with one partner. I'll tell you who they are. Who do you think, if you had to pick an animal in the animal kingdom that mated one for life, who is it?
Oh shoot, this is really hard.
I would say nerdy rhinoceroses.
Okay, I would say elephants because they're so precious and sweet.
They are pretty cool.
I love them, and they have trunks.
I'd marry an elephant.
Who is that?
Can I marry an
I'm
elephant?
I know it's not
An
cats and it's not dogs.
Is that legal?
What is it?
No,
Who is
what
it?
would you think? Like, don't even think about what the real answer. What would you feel would be
I don't know. Giraffes.
made for life? Yeah, because they're sweet,
Yeah,
right?
giraffes.
Tashima, what about you?
They're beautiful.
Who do you
Giraffes
think?
are
Who do you think's
beautiful. That long neck.
made for life?
Like a model.
Animal kingdom.
Panther.
Panthers,
Look at you.
girl, they sleek and sly and slithering up trees
They're too
and
sexy
attacking
to be.
everybody.
Yeah, but
Child,
they
they are
can't
not.
be,
We're talking about mating for life, one partner.
Penguins.
You know the Panthers pouncing on
Please tell
everything
me
in
penguins.
sight.
My daughter loves penguins. Please tell me penguins.
Who is it? Seriously, dolphins?
So should I tell you,
Yeah.
or should I just keep you until
no,
next
no,
week?
no, no,
Next
no.
week. Oh, no.
What is this Noah's?
do
What is
that.
this Noah's Ark? All of a
No,
sudden, you
I'm
have to
just
name
kidding.
every
Okay,
animal?
no, seriously. Okay, besides humans,
Okay.
it is the superstars of the animal kingdom monogamous world are beavers.
Aww.
And you know, beavers are
That's
so
so
cute.
adorable.
Very
Let me
cute.
tell you about beavers now. They build houses for their mate.
I know.
And they
For
work
life.
hard with their tails, whack, whack, whacking on things.
Okay,
They're so
what's
cute.
next?
Wolves, believe it or not.
Who?
Wolves.
Wolves. How do you pronounce that? Wolves?
Wolves. Oh, everybody makes fun of the way I said, did I say that word wrong?
Wolves.
Wolves.
That's what a wolf. That's what a dog does. He wolfs.
Oh, wolf.
Are
Oh.
you
What are you
talking
saying?
owl?
I'm talking about owl, yeah.
okay.
I'm talking about wolves. Wolves.
Wait, you're talking about owls? They go whoo whoo.
No, I'm talking about wolves.
Oh, I'm confused. I hope the listeners aren't
Is
as
there anything
confused as
else?
I am.
Is there
Yeah,
another
there's a few others. The other is a bat. Can you believe that one?
No.
That's where that term comes from.
They're
That
a
they're
little
bat
creepy.
crazy.
Now I'm
That
not
they're
sure.
married so
Listen,
long.
sad story. I also heard that. And let me get this right. Okay, don't take
careful.
this to heart, listeners.
Focus.
Okay, don't take this to heart because I don't remember everything perfectly. I swear I don't, but I try.
I love that about you.
You love, yeah.
Katie's detail oriented. We're the
Scatterbrain.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was told by my dear, sweet, precious, angelic father that crows mate for life. And he always has information.
your
He's
dad. That's a
he's the
good-
encyclopedia
Aw,
of everything.
he's like your Wikipedia.
Yeah, he's
That's
totally
so
my
cute.
Wikipedia for my whole life.
Yeah.
But I don't know if what he says is true, but I believe everything he says.
Good for
You know
you.
what I'm
Good for
saying?
you.
You know
Because he
what?
says it with such conviction
And
that you
I've
think
met
it's
your
true.
dad, and I think he's a sweetheart.
He's
You know what?
precious,
I
huh?
do that with
Shout
my
out
daughter.
to you,
Shout out
Daddy.
to Bob.
Yeah, I
Hey.
like your dad. I don't
Yeah.
even know your dad,
Yeah.
and I like your dad. That's what I
Okay.
do to my daughter. It's the same thing. I
But
give her advice.
this is his story. He was hunting for the first time in his life. We are not a hunting family. We don't really believe in that at all. This is when he was a kid.
Good for you.
And well, you know, people that do it, that's their thing.
That's
but I
okay.
don't
That's
do
okay,
it.
yeah.
That's all
Okay,
right.
so
You can do
he
whatever
didn't
you
want to do it, but he was with his buddies. They took him, and he actually did shoot a crow. And this is why he will never hunt again.
What happened?
Let
He
me
killed
tell
someone.
you, he killed somebody's mate.
Aww.
And let me tell you what the crow did.
What?
The crow husband or the crow wife. The dead crow falls to the ground, and then the mate cries out all the way, swoops down to go sit with the mate and stayed there. My dad's like, oh my God. Cindy, I will never, ever do that again. And then he goes, of course, and reads back then the encyclopedia, and he finds out that crows mate for life.
Cindy,
Murder of
I don't know
crows.
why that makes me almost want to cry.
I feel like crying.
Do you know my favorite group is Counting Crows? That's crazy. I
Well,
wonder if
now
that's
there's
why
one
they-
less crow to count.
Oh, good
You know
for you.
what? It's a lesson.
Talking in T-shirts.
It's a
Oh,
lesson he
wow.
learned on so many different levels.
Well,
wow.
so, and on that note, we're going to take a caller. We're going to take a call from our cutie pie Paul, okay? He's
Okay,
calling
that's
in
right.
from
Poor guy's
Tempe.
been waiting this
Now,
whole
don't
time.
hit on him, Mike. Don't
Oh,
hit
my
on him.
God.
I'll try not
we
to,
have
too.
to leash this mic once in a while.
Paul, are you there?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hi,
Look
Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Hey, Cindy. Hey,
Hey.
Mike. How you guys all
Good.
doing?
You know, we
I'm
just
in
built you
trouble.
up. We built you up so much. Did you like that?
Yeah, I just wanted to call in and offer my support. I've been listening every week. I really like how you guys, I don't know, discuss a lot
Paul?
of topics. I feel like to get some answers.
Paul,
to some
can I
questions
ask you a
where I've
question?
Yeah.
Since you're on the in the dating world, have you seen any stories of infidelity? Have you seen?
I actually haven't, but I mean, I don't read all the emails or anything that's going on between the users.
Wait, you can read? Oh, my goodness.
That would make you a little nutty now, wouldn't it?
Oh.
We don't want to put him on the spot.
If the owners of
things
dating
that,
sites knew that, oh, my God.
I mean, you can't go in, listen, you cannot go into any relationship being afraid of infidelity, but, it is really high up on that list. It's like we have a 57% divorce rate in America, and a huge percentage of that is from infidelity.
Well, I always say you should wait to go with it, whatever you want to call it, the distance or whatever, until you really know somebody, because that's the best way. That's what I tell my daughter. Like, don't just be friends with boys first for a while.
Yeah.
Then
Is there anything you want to say to Paul, Mike?
Paul, I want to join your dating site and see what it's like.
Can we say the name of the dating site?
Can we do? I don't think we can we? Oh,
yeah.
can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's say it. All three of us at the same time.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to write it down.
I don't know it.
Yes, you do.
Well, you tell it, Paul. How about you tell it, Paul?
No. Let's just give it a cheer out. Okay, here I'm going to write it down, and I want you 1, 2, 3 to say it really loud.
Okay.
We're going to have to spread the word about this because we need to make him a millionaire.
Okay.
You hear me?
He's going to make. Okay. He's going to make
Can
me
you read my
married.
writing? 1.
No, I can't read that.
Jesus, I write so messy.
Box to
top.
top.
Box to pop.
Pop.
1, 2, 3. We'll say it together. 1, 2, 3. Boxtopop.com. Woohoo!
Box
Shout
to
out.
pop.
Now listen, this is a really new internet dating
Yeah,
site.
check it out.
Yeah, and Paul's a young guy moving his way up that corporate,
He looked like me 15 years ago.
ladder.
I liked
Yeah.
him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
So
just wanted to comment on something you said earlier about the commitment thing. I mean, I'm 25 years old.
25?
Kind of just casually dating right now, but in the future, I do want to have a committed relationship.
You're like a kid. Live your life first. Chase your dreams.
Hey,
let him
be
finish.
himself.
Let him finish. We couldn't even hear what he said, Rudy.
Go ahead.
I still think there's that want for people to be in a committed relationship. But I do think things are becoming a little more racy, and people are becoming more open with their sexuality and things. But
Yeah. Well,
I think
when you
the commitment family is the end goal. So.
Yeah, when you find that one, you become that crow,
Yeah.
You become that crow, and you caw when they leave. It's a beautiful thing. You're still young, and you have your whole life ahead of you to discover love and travel the world and see and meet many different people. Even in our age, we get to do that, and it's fun. Anyway, Paul, we really appreciate you calling in, and
thank you so
thank you for the
much.
support, and we'll always support you with your website. And we just want everybody to log into that boxtopop.com and
huge
and enjoy.
success to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was fun being on.
He's got his
I really
head
do
on
enjoy
straight.
the
He's
show.
got his head
I
on
think
straight.
you guys are a good, valuable source of information. So, yeah, thanks for having me on.
Thank you, Paul. You have
Thank you later, Mike.
have a
All right,
happy
safe phone.
Sunday. Bye.
I'm not good on the phone. See, I've never been
We
good
have-
on the phone.
We
I
have
get
to,
excited. talking to
Hey,
people.
we want to thank our listeners that are calling in. And, Katie, we don't have time to take all the calls. We have another one calling in, it seems like. But Katie needs to get into her.
Yes.
Just really quick to offer some quick feedback. We have about 3 or 4 minutes, Katie. I'm sorry that's so short. But she's pretty good at getting her point across, right? I'm going to let her do that.
She's detailed.
Okay, I'm going to talk as fast as
Okay,
I
love.
can. I want to talk today about the after effects of breakups, because after a divorce or a breakup, there's always sometimes a fear of moving on, and I want to talk about why that is. And that's because sometimes women don't know who they are outside of the relationship. So when they're in the relationship, they merge who they are, they merge their identity, they merge their purpose with their partner. And so when they're stepping outside of themselves, it's very scary. Guys, have you ever met a woman who devotes their entire life, or their family or their spouse to the person that they're with, and all of a sudden when there's a divorce, they have no clue who they are?
Yeah,
Have you met
scary.
someone like that?
Yeah, it's me.
And me.
I'm that woman.
I'm that woman. No, not anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
So, I want these women to recognize, that this is an opportunity for them to become their own women. They must allow themselves permission to go beyond the confines of the marriage, in the sense of recognizing that the marriage is not who I am. I am more than that. These women deeply neglect themselves, and they live life through others. And can you guys guess what's really going on underneath with these women? Maybe we can talk about it after.
Insecurity?
Insecurity.
Yes, and it's something
No,
even deeper than that.
self-loathing.
Am I learning or what?
Yeah.
They're
Feeling unworthy.
Yeah, they're really hungering for a sense of self-worth, but the issue is they are their own worst enemy. And let me tell you why. Because they literally have an energetic gate or a wall on their heart and a subconscious thought, guys, and this is really huge, the subconscious thought. I am not allowed to receive anything for myself. Do you know how horrible that is? Do you know how deterrent that is to your own life? So women, when you are feeling this fear of moving on, I want you guys to know that there's something deeper going on. I want you to realize that it's really a fear of moving on. It's really a fear of finding yourself. That's really what the fear is about.
Thank you, Katie. When we hear that music, we're going to take a break. But when we return, we're going to get more beautiful feedback from you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Back in just a few. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Hey, welcome back to The Vault. We're glad to have you back with us. We have been talking about infidelity and what to do about it, and Katie's steering us out of what happens if we're in a relationship that goes bad. You know, how do we get out of that and do it in a healthy way and to where we hold our own, where we feel good about that situation? Katie, can you continue, please? I really like, what you're talking about. I think it's really helpful.
Yes, and so, women, I want you guys to really open yourselves up and find that belief inside there that says, I am not allowed to receive anything for myself. Because, this is really going to make you hurt yourself. Have you seen those women who won't even, go to the spa and get a massage for themselves, but they'll buy like 20 presents for their grandkids and their husband and their children? Mm-hmm. Have you seen that before?
Yeah, totally. So I'm that way.
So it almost hurts for them to give back to themselves. Mm-hmm. And that is being your worst enemy.
Right.
So really, when the marriage is over, they're faced with the truth.
Yeah.
And they feel like they have nothing to live for because their entire marriage they have given themselves to someone else and they have lived through someone else. So I really want women to recognize that the fear of moving on is actually the fear of finding themselves. That's what happens. And so it's a fear of getting in touch with their own needs and their own feelings.
So it's fear, really. It's fear-based.
Yes, but it's a fear. It's not really about moving on that they're scared of. It's about finding themselves. That's what really scares them after a breakup.
Well, that's true. Even when you're alone and you're not in a relationship, sometimes it's hard for women to feel okay being alone, to not identify with that male partner. I've struggled with that throughout my life. I'm not there now. I'm actually happy. But so what does a person do then to find themselves and really connect with that part of themselves?
Yes. First, they have to realize that they're always merging their energy with the other person. They're living through the other person. And they need to realize that when they ignore their own desires and emotion, they're betraying themselves, guys, and I want to say this as loud and as clear as possible. Betrayal of self is the highest form of betrayal that there is.
Yep. Amen, sister.
Yes.
Can I get a roar, Mike?
How about an amen, sister from Jesus Kennedy?
Jesus Kennedy's in the house. It looks like,
I look like Jesus Knievel. That's
looks
what
like
I wanted to
St. Mary's in the house, too. I was going to do that for Halloween. I was going to be I'm not going to say the word before Virgin Mary, but not really the Virgin, but the Mary. Yes. I opted for Wonder Woman instead.
Okay, yeah. I think that's a little
my
better,
personality.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Katie, do you have anything else you want to add? We have a caller that wants to call in,
yes.
believe it or not.
I want to listen to this caller.
Okay.
Let's get this caller going.
Okay, it's Dana from Scottsdale, so we want to give a shout out to Dana. Hi, Dana. Thank you for calling in.
Dana or Dana?
Dana.
Hi.
Dana, that's a really cool name. How did you get a name like Dana? That's really cool.
I don't know. My mom just decided to name me Dana instead of Dana.
Well, she's
hippies?
a smart woman.
Shout out to your mom. That makes you very unique. You know that, right?
Maybe they were hippies.
Yes.
I bet
yes.
you're quite beautiful, too.
So, Dana, what do you want to tell us today?
To offer my support, and I've been listening every week, and I think you guys are great.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh,
Thanks.
thank
That's
you
nice
so
to hear.
much.
That's so cool.
We love you, and we mean that.
Sometimes we
Yes.
feel like we're doing it in a
Okay.
vacuum.
Thank you.
Wish you the best of luck.
Hey, thanks a lot. We really appreciate that. You have a good Sunday, okay?
Yes.
You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See, I didn't hit on her. I learned.
Yeah,
Good
and
job,
with a
honey.
name like Dana, you should have
Good
hit
job.
on her.
Well,
You know she's probably beautiful, everything you could ever
you
want.
guys scared me. If she goes to my Facebook, maybe she can add me as a friend.
Wow, you can always, what's weird? You
always a
do
second
realize,
chance
you
in
do
life.
realize that you're not going to be single for long by being on this show, right?
Well, yeah, I know.
If these women keep calling in, maybe they're calling in for you, Mike.
You know,
Maybe
I
it has
stopped
nothing
drinking now, too.
Wow, then you're just a prize.
I know,
You're
I
a
am.
prize, huh?
Honey, now don't boost his ego
I'm
that
fixing
much.
myself. I'm gonna be on-
That's
well,
scary.
I'm already calling myself Jesus. Is that a bad sign?
I think that could be a bit narcissistic,
A
reaching a little high.
I'll just go by Mike. Let's
You know
just
what I
stay
mean?
Mike.
You know,
well, when I was a
Jesus
kid,
rocks.
that's the name of
Yeah.
the book. Is called Junior because when I was a kid, that's my name, Junior. They called me Junior because my older brother. I was always tagging along with him. So
Hey.
that's what my book's about. Sorry.
Do you guys know the definition of love, by the way?
No, what is it?
You want me to tell you what it is?
I know my definition,
Have
but
you
I
ever?
don't know that
have
one.
you ever? I know. Okay.
Love is
What's-
a drug that I'm thinking of.
Okay. What is your? And if you can do it in one sentence, what is your definition of love, Katie?
The highest purpose there is.
Mike?
Doing anything for somebody, no matter the cost.
Unconditional is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I've learned.
Okay. Love for me, when I experienced true love, it was when I gave birth to my child.
Oh,
And
see,
she
the
looked,
highest purpose there is.
she looked at me and her little eyes open for the first time. She was laying on my breast. And she looked up and I said, oh, dear God, I will never experience love like this again. I would give up my life for her.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would give up my life. Now, I read somewhere that if there's a man and a woman and a child, and a speeding bus is coming, and a man has to make a choice between saving the life of his child and saving the life of his spouse, who do you think he's going to choose?
Oh
the
my
man.
God, this
the
is
man.
so hard.
Let's
This
choose
is really
child,
hard.
I'd say.
The
He's
man.
trying to say both of them.
He can only save one. Who's the man going to choose?
I don't know,
Probably
because
his
I
wife.
know. Yeah, because I know.
Because that
when
happened
you
to that
look
Over the
at a-
child?
That happened in the Batman shooting. He's going to save the wife.
Okay, now, if it's a woman and there's a child and a
She
man,
saves
who's she
child.
going to save?
Child.
Okay, so psychologically, now this is just one statistical study that came out. This may not be the truth. I'm saying what
Right.
I've read, and I've read a lot. It said that the reason, yes, and you two were right, you hit it right on the nail, is the man will choose the spouse because the woman can procreate, she can create another child
Yes.
psychologically. The woman, though, that child is part of her body, part of her being, is part of her. And it is her duty in her life to protect that child. So that's what she's going to die for that child. Right. It's not about, it doesn't even matter how much she loves her man. It would be a difficult decision. But for me, I've been married and I have a child.
Right.
I'd be jumping in front for the child.
Well,
I really would. Tell you the truth.
I think we would.
I would give up everything
that's
for
a
her.
hard question.
Well, I'll tell you
Such
this
a hard
thing.
question.
When my daughter was born, this is a male perspective. I'm going to give you a male perspective. When my daughter was born, I did not anticipate. I was never married. It wasn't something I anticipated ever doing, and I was scared. I was scared because I knew I wasn't ready to be a dad, and
Yeah,
I love
that's-
that little kid so much. And I have video of me that day just talking to her, just going, "I'm your dad."
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
amazing,
excited.
isn't it? It's a
And
great
I've never
gift.
gone back to look at that video, and I should really look at it. 'cause
Yeah,
I was crying
and
like
you know,
crazy.
and have
the day
her
my
look
daughter
at
was
it because it will
born.
renew
'Cause
your
we've
bond.
never been married, and I've talked to her about that.
Right. Right.
I have love letters to her mom. I should show her.
You
love
should,
letters,
because
yeah.
what it's going to do is renew your bond with your child. So let me tell you what the dictionary Webster says about love.
Go ahead.
It says, strong affection for another arising out of kinship or personal ties, attraction based on sexual desire, affection and tenderness felt by lovers, affection based on admiration, benevolence, or common interests, and assurance of affection. And I like that.
See, can you see how many levels
Yeah.
to love there are? How many? Everyone's got a different definition of
I
what
like it.
love is, and I think
I
the
like it.
more we evolve and the more we grow, our definition's going to grow.
Well, it also says warm attachment. And in a way, love is what makes us different, love, than any other mammal, is we feel that emotion. We feel, we don't just procreate,
Yeah.
we love.
And we are a little smarter.
We are.
We are a
Although
little bit
some
more
chimpanzees
intelligent.
can give us, some chimpanzees and orangutans can give some of us humans a run for our money. Let's be straight up and honest about that one. Am I right?
They're a little freaky.
And
'cause
child, a dolphin now. You in the ocean with a shark.
yeah, the dolphin's
You're going to want a
really
dolphin by your side,
I
not
know.
a smart human being.
Yeah, that's
right?
true. Yeah.
That's
I
right.
love dolphins.
Because they're smart.
They are. And
Yeah.
they're extremely loving and so joyous.
And whales.
Yeah.
Whales
yeah.
are smart too.
Yeah. And they always go together in a community. They're always in unity. I really like that.
I'm starting to think. I'm even starting to think. I don't know. I have this weird thing with elephants lately because you know what I did? I've been watching that Natural Geographic show. And
They're
I don't
very
even watch
special
much
animals.
television. Did I not see like all these elephant specials? And now all of a sudden I'm in love with elephants. I have them all over my house.
Aw.
And I actually want to adopt an elephant. Is that crazy?
And that's very cute.
And now I need to
wanna
go to
marry one.
Africa.
Is that crazier?
I need to go to Africa now and get my body on an elephant.
Aw.
Is that ridiculous?
No, they're very loving.
Yeah.
People say that they're almost like dolphins in a way.
We're
That's
gonna-
how loving they are.
We're going to do a remote. What did you say? We're going to do a show from Africa?
Oh, I wish. I
That
wish.
seems like
I
an
wish.
expensive
You know,
trip.
empowering those African women would be so phenomenal because, there's this whole new movement
Oprah's
going
got a
on.
school there.
guys.
We could get a school there. Why can't we get a school there?
I don't know about that one, Mike.
Well,
What are
you know-
you going to teach them?
I'm going to
That's
teach
what
them. I'm
worries
going to teach
me.
them the teachings of Evil Knievel. Do you want to hear? Do we how much time do
We
we
have. We're going to tell you. We have 4 minutes.
I'm the 4-minute life coach.
Okay,
That's
you want to
perfect.
do the 4-minute Evil
Can I
Knievel?
give
Yeah,
my
let's end it.
inspirational
Let's end it
speeches?
with that. Yeah,
This
sure.
is uplifting. This is an uplifting
Just give me
story.
some time to talk about our next show.
Okay,
That's all
I
I
only need
ask.
3 minutes then.
Okay.
Here's the problem. When you look like me,
Yes.
it's hard to be taken seriously.
Yes.
I look like a lunatic.
Yes.
I look like, when I talk manically in person, it looks like I'm Charles Manson.
That's correct.
No
But you know who else
comment
look like
there.
Charles Manson?
I'll comment. That's correct.
You know who else look like Charles Manson? Jesus Christ, Will Ferrell, Zach Galifianakis.
I don't know who Zach is, but I know the other
Okay,
two.
but
Not personally, but I know
It's hard
them.
to get your message out when you look like this, so I'm writing
Yes.
everything down. That's what my book is.
Okay.
About my dad's, because people go like, wow, that guy's really interesting. And people on the radio are picking up on that because they can't see me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But Evil Knievel taught me something.
He did.
Life is about 3 things.
Okay.
Where you've been, where you are right now, and where you're going. I used to be a private investigator. I used to be a cab driver. I'm doing the radio. I'm a comedian now. And I don't know where I'm going, but it's
Wonder
gonna be
Twin
good.
Power activate in this room.
Amen.
Wonder Twin Power
That's for everybody.
activate.
You can take that one to the store
Woo!
with you.
Take that to the store. Yeah, I like that.
You like that one?
Yeah, I do. That
Evil
was good.
Knievel's my role model.
You are. Yeah, you're getting
Well, my
pretty
dad
good.
died when I was 5, and that's when I was 1974. And,
I know.
I watched nothing but Evil Knievel with my brother, and that
No
really got me
wonder.
through with my dad dying.
So he became your mentor.
my
your
brother is.
your
my
hero.
brother's my hero. My brother
Yeah.
and Evil Knievel are my heroes.
I see.
And Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus isn't third. I shouldn't
Well,
say
He
that.
rocks.
Jesus isn't there.
His sandals are in style now. Have you seen all
Yeah,
the men
and
are wearing
actually,
Jesus
I mean,
I wear
sandals?
obviously-
sandals all the time.
Listen,
I've got a
and
pair.
obviously the Jesus look is in. I like every man that looks like Jesus. I really do.
You should.
I do.
Ladies.
I think it reminds me of someone good.
Well,
Yes.
a lot of young girls that say I remind them of their dad because a lot of dads have beards. So
Mm-hmm.
I tutor them. I always say,
You'd be a fun
It's a long
dad.
story.
What do
It's
you
a long
think Jesus
story.
would
I'm sorry.
say
I'm
right
sorry.
now?
Sorry, it's a long
Seriously.
story.
What would
Gosh, just
Jesus
looking at me
say
like
right
I'm
now?
insane.
What would Jesus say right now to the listeners?
Jesus
Come on,
would
let's have a
say,
high
Jesus
moment.
would say, Facebook is hell. That's
It
what
is.
he
It's
would
horrible.
say.
My daughter just got on it. Is your daughter still on it?
Facebook is hell.
Facebook brings transparency. It's
No.
really good.
No,
You know?
my daughter got rid of it. It's good if you're an adult. It's horrible if you're a teenager. Get your kid off. My daughter just got rid of it because I think she was bullied on Facebook.
I am
and
telling
talked with her
you,
about it.
I'm telling you, if you want to get into the psychology of what I think about Facebook,
But
not now on
you
this
know
show,
what, though?
but we'll talk about it on another
Do you remember
show.
that girl who
But please,
checked the Facebook,
join our Facebook
and
page.
See, it brought
Yeah,
transparency.
but by the way, don't delete your Facebook account until you
go to our
until you
YouTube.
add us as us as a friend. like
subscribe
us.
to us on YouTube.
Look at these
Yeah, or go to
intentions.
YouTube. Okay, so we've
Yeah.
got some things. We've got, our show is ending. Can you believe that?
No.
Can we just make it go on forever, Tashima? Can we stay on
We
forever?
need more time.
Darn it, there's not enough time in the day.
Right.
It's only once a week. We look forward to this.
This is my
every
favorite
week.
hour of the week.
We
It
just
is.
love
love
our time
time.
here. Okay. So now our goal is to let our listeners love this time too, correct?
Yes.
So if you want to stay connected with us, there's ways to do that. First of all, log on to this incredible station. I got to tell you, take a chance to listen to internet radio. It rocks.
Yeah,
I
it's
am a
awesome.
firm believer in it. It totally is the wave of the
All over the
future.
world. Yeah.
People, do you know that Mark and Brian from a famous KLOS, they now do internet radio,
Yeah,
okay?
it's a big deal.
They go and do internet radio because
people-
it's the
yeah.
way to do it. So Radio Phoenix, log on and listen to their shows as well as ours every Sunday morning. The other thing is log on to our Facebook page. All you have to do is look up the Venus Vault radio show and there we are. You can Google us and you can find all of our sites.
You're
We've-
doing an awesome job with that, by the way.
What, the website and
Yeah,
everything?
well, everything. You're doing all
Hey,
the.
that's
you
what
don't
I'm
know
here
the-
for. I'm
you
a
don't know the
facilitator.
computer.
I'm
You
a
don't know the
faci-
computer. You're doing good. You're learning.
I
That's all.
pretend not to know the computer, but I do. Okay, now you guys, I got to talk about the October show, the live show. It's a 5th year anniversary for Radio Phoenix. We're going to be part of that. I think we're going to be on from 2 to 3 live. I think we're going to be live.
This is Halloween Day.
Yeah, and we're going to share our scariest horror stories that we can get away with on the air. We're going to push
Dating-wise?
it.
We're going to push it
Shady
to the
wise
Yeah,
or just in
everything,
life?
all sorts of stuff. It's
Okay.
going to be scary, scary, scary.
I almost got killed in the cab the other day.
We're going to talk about that. Okay. So make sure you tune in on Halloween to Radio Phoenix all day long, 24 hours. It's going to be great music, great talk, and we're going to be there. And I'm going to wrap it up and say we'll see you on Halloween. Thank you for listening. We appreciate all you do.